Got it.
It's such a cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Theater and now.
Got it. Are you back?
No, we're not.
What are we hearing?
You're hearing.
I think we're being live streamed.
Oh, you're back.
We are. We've successfully got
and we're
it.
streaming.
Okay. Do you want me to start playing?
Um,
Are you ready?
I believe so. I believe we can do it.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's fun. So we have some people in the room with us on the side here. We said
Okay.
you are projecting on a big screen.
Hi.
Look in our cafe. You can turn the camera on, Josh.
Well, it's nice to be home, if only virtually.
I don't know what you see if we turn the video on.
Well, I don't need to see anything. I just need to look at the camera, but probably
Yeah.
you'll have to mute the audio or it'll be real distracting for me.
We will. Yeah.
All right, Claudia, welcome to
Thank
our
you.
Guerilla Showcase. Emphasis on the Guerilla.
That's all right. It's nice to be here. My name is Claudia Nygaard, and I'm originally from the Bay Area. I'm actually in Nashville. I've been here about 30 years now. Came out here because I'm a songwriter, and I got a job as a staff songwriter, so I moved out here. But it's nice to be home, even virtually. And this happens to be a song that I wrote about somebody that I knew when I was growing up in Palo Alto. Old JC was a laborer. He worked for my dad. He had big old hands and a big old laugh. You should have seen the grin he had. Well, I remember one time when he and his brothers helped Daddy pour a patio. I was a regular tomboy then, a kid about 8 years old. He took off his shirt to work in the noonday sun. So I took off mine till he said, put yours back on. With a child's eyes I couldn't see why anyone wouldn't like old JC. If God could have grinned, he'd have grinned at me. Just like old JC. JC worked in town all week. On weekends he was Dad's right hand. We had 25 cows, 3 horses, a dog, and 100 acres of land. And I had a calf I called Maverick. He had no mom at all. I raised him up all summer. Dad sold him off in the fall. When the meat truck came to get him, my innocence died. With JC's hand on my shoulder, we both cried. With a child's eyes I couldn't see why anyone wouldn't like old JC. If God could have cried, he'd have cried with me. Just like old JC. Saturdays, we go into town after something my mom had won. And we'd stop for breakfast at this place called Sambo's Restaurant. They had tigers on the menu, and a boy that looked like JC, and a waitress there with copper hair made a rag doll for me. It was a little black monkey in a little red vest with the initials JC on his chest. With a child's eyes I couldn't see why anyone wouldn't like old JC. If God could have grinned, he'd have grinned at me. If God could have cried, he'd have cried with me. If God has a face, then it's bound to be a face like old JC. He's got a face just like old JC. So JC lived in East Palo Alto, and we lived in Palo Alto. And my dad worked construction in the Bay Area. He actually built the tunnel for the linear accelerator for Stanford University. And we had a ranch in Galt, which is about halfway between Lodi and Sacramento. And we'd go up there on the weekends and work the ranch, and that's where the reference is to all the cattle and everything, the ranching thing, which you're probably thinking, Palo Alto, what kind of ranching goes on in Palo Alto? But anyway, I'm going to switch to the uke here for a minute. And play a tune on this. That song, that last song, by the way, I won the Kerrville Folk Festival songwriting competition with. Twist the stem out of my apple, and when I get to your initial, I tug a little harder to make it look official. I pull the petals off my flowers, saying he loves me not. You should see the trail of balding daisies and the florist bill I've got. You say words don't come easy for you. Well, here are other ways to prove your love is true. You could rent yourself an airplane and ride it across the sky. Take an ad out in the paper listing all the reasons why. We're starring an infomercial about what I mean to you. If it's just too hard to say I love you, oh, you're a man of few words. There's a lot of men like you, and I know how you feel about me from the sweet little things you do. You're brave and strong when bears come along, your words better dance off you. And when your little bare butt is on the line, your tongue sticks like glue. I'm on the phone with the psychic hotline, asking if your heart is ever gonna be mine. Why don't you rent yourself an airplane and ride it across the sky? Take an ad out in the paper listing all the reasons why. We're starring an infomercial about what I mean to you. If it's just too hard to say I love you, come on, big guy, you can do this. I'll hold your hand, there's nothing to it. It's just 3 words, but if it's too hard to do, you can rent yourself an airplane and is for some guys. They tend to buckle at the knees first. I'm only going to have time for one more song because I have another showcase that starts at 7:50. Had to think about it a minute because it's 9:50, 9:46 here. But hopefully I can come out there and maybe play Bazaar Cafe live and in person in the spring. I think I'm headed out to New Mexico in May, and I may come on to California from there. So, anyway, I hope that y'all have a great evening, and thank you very much to Bazaar Cafe for including me in their showcase. I don't know your name, don't know where you come from, don't know why you came, are you passing through? I don't know your heart, does it belong to someone? Don't know if it's smart, feeling like I do. But I know the curve of your mouth, the strength of your hand. No, I'm grateful I'm a woman, 'cause you are a man, and I know what I'm making to do. I wanna touch you. I don't know your past, if your heart's been broken, why it didn't last, is it broken still? I don't know your dreams, we haven't really spoken. Sometimes it seems like we never will. But I know the sound of your laugh, the flash of your eyes. No, I'd wrestle with the devil if your heart's the prize. And I know what I'm making to do. I wanna touch you. I know I'm foolish and I'm acting crazy, but I know that loving don't find me that easy. And I know the blood in my veins is screaming your name, and for your heart and mine to beat one and the same. And I know what I'm making to do. I wanna touch you. I wanna touch you. I wanna touch you. Ooh, ooh, well, thank you very much again for including me, and have a great evening.
Thanks, Claudia.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Rick, it's your time to shine. Welcome to the Bazaar Cafe Guerilla Showcase. Sorry for the technical issues. We've put an emphasis on the gorilla part.
Yeah, no worries. Is this Joshua?
This is Joshua.
Joshua, nice to speak to you. I don't see you there, but I guess I'll just speak to you. But thank you very much for having me be a part of Bazaar Cafe. I'm very happy to be here. So,
Heck,
Does everyone want to say hi to Rick so they know he's real?
I heard a little background noise there, but I'll just kind of proceed, I guess.
yeah. We'll in between songs, we'll give you a little bit of applause.
That'd be nice. I'm going to take the headphones off so I won't hear until I finish up, but I'll go ahead and start now. I've got a new album that I released last year in October, just just a year ago, and the title of the album is Love and Desperation. I'll do that song. I was kind of a wild kid growing up. I got in a lot of trouble, bad grades, that sort of thing. But this song kind of talks about that a bit in a very dramatized kind of a way. So, as I said, this is called Love and Desperation. Well, someone robbed the northern Maine, flew off south in a driving rain. You think they might not know your name, but they know your reputation. Yeah, well, a dark-skinned gal is good to me, sweet and kind as she can be. She knows things that I can't see, but she tells no tales or stories. My brother walks a lonesome road, tired as a heavy load, believes the things he's been told, but he holds no expectations. Yeah, well, Nashville is a rugged town, picks you up and knocks you down, leaves you in the lost and found without a word or warning. Yeah, well, the devil plays a crooked game. The odds are long and dead as aim. But you know you'll play him just the same, 'cause you can't resist temptation. Yeah, my mother was a wild thing. She loved to dance, she loved to sing. But she left one day in early spring 'cause her children were a burden. My father was a solemn man, a steady voice, a steady hand, but there were things he did not understand about love and desperation. Yeah, well, someone robbed the northern Maine and flew off south in a driving rain. You think they might not know your name, but they know your reputation. Yeah, you think they might not know your name. Yeah, but they know your reputation. Thank you very much. So that's the title track of my latest album, Love and Desperation. I'll go back a little ways here and do a song from a few albums ago. This is a song called Xicali Train. It's about a train trip that I took many years ago. I rode the train from Xicali, Mexico down to Puerto Vallarta. And it was amazing. It was an amazing trip. I had never been anywhere like that at the time. And I saw some things I had not seen before. I saw some things I haven't seen since, but one of the things that I discovered and realized on the trip at the time was I was a broken-hearted kid at the time, and one of the things I found out is you can't outrun your heartache. Your heartaches are gonna travel along with you like an unwelcome companion. Excuse me. This is called Xicali Train. bus to Mexicali, I counted up my bills and all my change. As we rolled on past Tecate through the mountains and the deserts and the sage. In my mind I hear you talking all the same words time and time again. Until the only thing that's left for me, leaving on the Mexicali train. Well, I stumbled off the bus and through the crowded streets when looking for a sign. Past the old men and the vendors, the women who keep giving me the eye. Well, if you ever really loved me, now it's only just the memories that remain. From the station to the platform, I step onto the Mexicali train. Mexicali down to Guaymas and the dusty streets of Ciudad Obregón. Yeah, chickens, dogs, and children running through the car like something's going on. Kerouac and Cassidy, their ghosts still drift across these open plains. As I struggle with the ghosts that followed me onto this Mexicali train. Well, I wake up in the moonlight, passing through some town that's lost in time. By now the car is empty, just some low and dirty voices from behind. If they thought to try and take me, soon enough they see their plan is all in vain. Because I'm just another homeless soul riding on the Mexicali train. And in the darkness and the loneliness, your memory keeps filling up my mind. Your taste, your smell, and all those tender nights are just so hard to leave behind. I wonder if I ever can forget or ever love someone again. Yeah, but for now I'll try to lose myself somewhere inside the Mexicali train. And at the station in Tequala, the morning sun is blazing in the sky. Train is filling up with calls of buenos dias and goodbye. And the voice of Castaneda echoes out among the cars like a refrain. Once again I'll try to lose myself somewhere inside this Mexicali train. Once again I'll try to lose myself somewhere inside this Mexicali train. So thank you very much, Joshua. If you were there, I have a question I'm just wondering, I'm just seeing myself as a little tiny window at the top of the page. I'm seeing this lovely graphic of a dinosaur, and it looks like I'm just wondering if
We're just sort of in holding pattern mode. So because all of our other performers are in-house. But I've been monitoring on YouTube and you are streaming correctly. So it
okay,
is-
that's all. That was my question. So again, thank you for having me here. It's very lovely to be here. It's lovely to hear Claudia Nygaard and her wonderful songs. I'm here at my little studio here in Southern California. It's a lovely evening. I have the door open. And it's a hot day today, hotter yesterday. Many of you are in Southern California, so I'm sure you know, but it's beautiful in the evening. It's cooled off. But I've been in this house with my wife and my family for about 20 years or more. But this is the first song. I'll go back a little ways and I'll do the first song that I wrote here when we moved here. And I had just bought a guitar from a dear friend of mine, Dave Alvin, who at that time I was on tour with and playing a lot of his gigs and recordings. And I still do with Dave on occasion, but at that time I was full-time with the band, and I bought a guitar from him, and it was an acoustic guitar, and I brought it home. And this song just kind of fell out of the guitar, which is a wonderful thing. It's not always that easy. It can be, sometimes you have to stick with them for a couple of years or longer. This one was not like that. It was much easier. This is called Walking to Jerusalem. I'm walking to Jerusalem. My head is hanging low. 40 miles behind me. I got 40 miles to go. I don't know where I'm traveling. I don't know what I'll find. But each step takes me further. The ones I left behind. Mother, hear me calling. Sister, hear my cry. The hills rise up before me. Shadows fill the sky. I'm walking to Jerusalem. I'm walking all alone. I'm walking to Jerusalem, trying to find my way home. I'm walking to Jerusalem. My head is hanging low. 40 miles behind me. I got 40 miles to go. I don't know where I'm traveling. I don't know what I'll find. But each step takes me further from the ones I left behind. Mother, hear me calling. Sister, hear my cry. The hills rise up before me. Shadows fill the sky. I'm walking to Jerusalem. I'm walking all alone. I'm walking to Jerusalem, trying to find my way home. 1, 2. So thank you very much. I'll do another song that's off of my latest album. This is a song called She Sang of the Earth. And as I was making the album, or maybe a little bit before, I guess, I can't remember the sequence exactly, but my friend Kim Ringer sent me the lyric to this song. Kim is the daughter of the late, great California folk singer-songwriter Jim Ringer. And Kim has not written a lot of songs, I don't think, but she was very kind enough and sent me the lyric to this, and I wrote the music and a little bit of the chorus. It's a wonderful song. I looked at the lyric when she sent it to me, and I just thought it was beautiful and heartbreaking. As I said, this is called She Sang of the Earth. Well, there's a little place out the desert way. Folks would laugh and guitars play. Songs were sung and stories they were told. He came one day to that nowhere place, sat right down when he saw her face, and she sang to him, and the words were made of gold. She sang of the earth, she sang of the sky, she sang of hello, she sang of goodbye, and she sang of the people, all the days gone past. She sang of the moon, she sang of the stars and late night dancing in a rundown bar, and she sang of the time disappearing oh so fast. He sat down and he joined in. He sang of heaven, he sang of sin, all the different people that he had known. Their voices joined in harmony. They sang of you and they sang of me, and of all the places that he had yet to go. She sang of the earth, she sang of the sky, she sang of hello, she sang of goodbye, and she sang of the people, all the days gone past. She sang of the moon, she sang of the stars and late night dancing in a rundown bar. She sang of the time disappearing oh so fast. He woke up, she was gone. There were different singers singing different songs. And the time had come for him to be on his way. Maybe he'll pass his way again. He wandered off like he wandered in. After all, it's not like him to stay. She sang of the earth, she sang of the sky, she sang of hello, she sang of goodbye, and she sang of the people and of all the days gone past. She sang of the moon, she sang of the stars and late night dancing in a rundown bar. She sang of the time disappearing oh so fast. There's a little place out the desert way. Folks would laugh and guitars play. Songs were sung and stories they were told. So that's off of my latest album, which is called Love and Desperation. Joshua, my time I think says to go till 8:15.
Yeah, solid one
I'll do
more.
a short song here that I think will take me up. This goes back is not for my latest album, but a couple of years ago, 2017, a song called Goodbye Alberta. And to me, it's kind of a song of renewal, leaving one place, getting to someplace different that you wanted to be at, which seems like what the last 2 years, or depending on how you look at it, maybe the last 4 or 5 years kind of have been for a lot of us. So this is called Goodbye Alberta. Goodbye Alberta, I hope your troubles past. Goodbye Alberta, they were never meant to last. The rain's let up, the clouds are broke, my bags are packed and stashed. Goodbye Alberta, the storms are fading fast. When I lay down to sleep last night, the rain poured on my head. Thunder rolled on through the night, I believed I'd wake up dead. Alberta, she's a fine one, heart's both strong and true. She'll never leave you crying or turn her back on you. Goodbye Alberta, I hope your troubles pass. Goodbye Alberta, they were never gonna last. The rain's let up, the clouds are broke, my bags are packed and stashed. Goodbye Alberta, the storms are fading fast. Goodbye Alberta, I hope your troubles pass. Goodbye Alberta, they were never gonna last. The rain's lit up, the clouds are broke, my bags are packed and stashed. Goodbye Alberta, the storms are fading fast. Goodbye Alberta, goodbye Alberta, goodbye Alberta, the storms are fading fast. So thank you very much, everyone at the Bazaar Cafe, Roseanne and Joshua, and hope to see you all and meet you all soon. Thank you very much and good evening.
Thanks, Rick. All right. Thus concludes the virtual portion of our Guerilla Showcase. We're going to move on to the in-house performances.
And shall we just give everyone who doesn't know how this is working a little overview?
Yeah, so just so everyone who is here in-house to play and support, we've got to be quiet while everyone's playing. We're streaming to the Far West Conference, and we need to focus on the performance. Our first performer tonight is E.G. Phillips.
In-person performer.
Yes, our first in-person performer, E.G. Phillips. Take it away, E.G.
Thank you, and good evening, Far West Conference. I am E.G. Phillips. So popping down the block, you're flirting with your skirt. Your naked eyes flash a smile at me in a way that's bound to hurt. Till we have faces again. Till we have faces again. Kidnapped to a castle high up in the clouds. You only visit when you're invisible. That's all because we'll love till we have faces again. Till we have faces again. Rocks and goes down the road. Guess my neighbors are doing fine. I've had luck with that and stuff with the prospects on the line. Been home down most of my days. Born too hard that changed my ways. The love's illusory, the best of times. Snuck into your bedroom, little candle to catch your glimpse. Spilt on wax by accident, now you vanish to the window. Till we have faces again. Till we have faces again. Till we have faces again. Thank you. So that little bit of jazz folk was inspired by events that will lead to your fertile imaginations. It is also a song that is going to be on an upcoming album of mine. I just finished doing the mixing of today. You understand what that process means. This is a song from a previous release, Nashville Recordings Volume 1. It also appears in my album, Fish from the Sky. There was a wide variety of topics: gastronomy, ecology, theology, ichthyology. It's called The Fish Song. Tried to platitudes in a man, jamming in he's a tuna can. The many fish in the sea, God has touched each grain of sand. Seems to me someone has too much time on his hand. I want to have to spend all my life as a fisherman. If I catch a fish, should I drop it from her water? Watch her flop about my depth before I cut and gut. Cook her up in olive oil and serve her up for supper. And once I have consumed her, I have to catch another. And soon the seas shall be empty for all, and we'll go fishing till appetites are satisfied. That's just wishful thinking, they're polluting all our rivers with their lines of constant angling. I'm casting it around the world as this junkie is entangling. If you feed a man a fish, you'll fill his belly for an eye. But if you teach a man to fish, everybody is occupied. Me, I'm so sick of baiting hooks with fancy lures and worms and flies. I'd rather say my name is like the fish fall from the sky. Perhaps I ought to dry my skin till the legs and scales, shed my forelimbs for some fins and bid myself a tail. I'll hold my breath till the belly feels like the blowhole of a whale, and then I can make some plans to find all those fish in the sea. If they'll have me. So having covered fish, I think it's only fair that we move on to fowl. song about a bird whose reputation has been much maligned by the poem. It's all the literary references we would expect. It's called the Albatross Song. Bowerbird is quite real when it comes to decoration. Starlings follow simple rules that dictate the murmurations, but wantons of marsh sparrows and curious little chickadees. I know there's only one companion for me. When you're with an albatross, don't you know you can't get lost, 'cause you're never truly lost when you are at home at sea. Does your restless spirit wander yet hopelessly attached? You're barely bound to this world, yet you're rarely bound to collapse. In no sense you've run his arc that branches from a tree. Might you not return, just drift perpetually? Well, when you're with an albatross, don't you know you can't get lost, 'cause you're never truly lost when you are at home at sea. Speaking of fowl and birds in general, you can find me online as E.G. Phillips via my website, duckswithpants.com, or your favorite social media outlet as Ducks with Pants. It's multiple ducks with the pants, not necessarily in them. I'm going to go back to the Nashville Recordings album released last October. This is a song that starts as a lullaby that wraps the daydream of a road trip. Traipses darkly through memory. It's called Lullaby for the Unloved. Oh, my dear, you are so tired, and you need rest. Oh, my dear, it's time you sail on back. Sail back to where they love you best. Ever I run into at sea, I feel like persona non grata. Maybe it's time I took another trip down through Bazaar. Buy myself a handmade guitar. As I pass through Ensenada, right through still have that Tupperware container filled with Mari's menagerie of sand that she had collected from all the beaches where we stopped and camped. These days I only burn. I never tell. Perhaps it's not really best of plans. Such a simple girl, she's the only one that ever really got this poor ducker broken off. She knew how much I suffered. Miss her company. I miss her as a lover. Trying to find her again. One form or another. Oh, my dear, you are so tired, and you are in distress. Oh, my dear, it's time you fly back. Back to where you rest. How are you doing? I'm fine. Well, while we're figuring that out, we'll give you a little geography lesson about San Francisco. We are broadcasting to you from the fabulous Bazaar Cafe in the Richmond district of San Francisco, which those of you who are not familiar with the city may not be familiar with, simply because it doesn't have all the cachet of such locations as Chinatown or Fisherman's Wharf or Ghirardelli Square or other such tourist ghettos. But it is worth your while to come out this way. This is a song not about the Richmond, but rather about the sunset, which is the sunset the way Greenland is gleamed. It's called Party in the Sunset. Party in the sunset, and I don't want to go. Conversations of obligation, all of which I've had before. Why you and I communicate, language of words unsaid. Oh, there's a party in the sunset, and I don't want to go. Party in the sunset, and inviting you is useless. No access in your factory that only makes excuses. Never once did you make a sound resembles a word like yes. So there's a party in the sunset, inviting you is useless. Oh, the social braces, trying to map names and faces. How much longer must I stay after arrive? Egos blend into walls. Look at all pictures in the halls. All the while you reside so here by. There's a party in the sunset, and while that will be on a future offering. EP on mental maps. Let's see which one makes it out the gate first. But for my finale, since I don't want to overstay in my welcome, you can always count on a little bit of cheer, a good lead into the next act. This little song that opens my first album. It's called Tall Girls. That's the air, can't find dresses in her size. None of the boys will dance with her because of her height. When she's with me, even I can see tall girls also fall in love. All the boys are complaining, look up, see her eyes. She gets tired of their excuses, little white lies. When she's with me, even I can see tall girls also fall in love. When she's with me, even I can see tall girls also fall in love. I do realize I'm in the middle of a song right now. While I all have your absolute transfixed and rapt attentions, I figured I'd give one last plug for the website, which, as you may recall, if you were paying attention, as I'm sure you all were, is in fact duckswithpants.com, which you can visit at your leisure. But if you so desire, you can find me online. It's E.G. Phillips, your favorite streaming album. And I do want to thank Bazaar Cafe for hosting us tonight, as well as the Far West Conference for supporting music from out here in the Far West corners of San Francisco. Anyways, this is always a time when my sets at the Carlton, I was trying to kill time before the wine cart would inevitably roll away, as would the audience. And then I would wrap up my set, trying to get generous donations, of course. But now is the time to wrap up our set with a song which I guess I was in the middle of playing. Thank you very much. And here's the last verse. People give me a hard time when I have sighs. Can't hold a conversation, no matter how hard I try. When she's with me, even I can see shy boys also fall in love with you. Thank you very much. Good night. Enjoy the rest of the performance. Cheers.
You guys, one more time for E.G. Phillips. This is going to be a fairly quick changeover because apparently I'm next. All of these instruments that you hear are mine. Razan, you're also next.
We have not quite figured out that transition from being cafe people to still being musicians with some. But the two instruments there?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we confess it's all a little weird. And some of it's because you simply don't have time. And some of it, I think, we don't have kids. We joked when we got Bazaar that Bazaar was our baby, and it is true because it has dishes and it's always hungry and you don't sleep much and you don't go anywhere. And so we're like, yeah, this works. But I think the place where that also is part of what brought us to Bazaar was the romance of it. We loved the music and the open mic. And now we're in it, we're making it all. But we are figuring out how to find the romance in songwriting again. And so we are always a little apologetic because we usually haven't practiced or we can barely remember which songs to play. And we were negotiating fiercely for the last 3 minutes. And I'm like, play this song. Josh, no.
Well, this is a song about murder.
You're allowed to sing something along if you want to. You can.
High above the wires, whole families making their way south for the winter. It's a long way to go for dinner. Some of their stops will be in the trees, patiently waiting for the straggler. Slowing down all the way down the line. Although it's a murder of crows, and the way they fly is their own, even they don't know which way they go to get back home. And the young ones, just for fun, make their way to ground in search of fodder. But oh, they should listen to their fathers or mothers. When you're quick like me, they won't see until it's over. I've got the better on my way back to my den with a mouthful of feathers. Although it's murder of crows, and the way they fly is their own, even they don't know which way they go to get back home.
Although it's murder of crows, and the way they fly is their own, even they don't know which way they go to get back home. The danger of house guitars. All of the venue owners out there know this problem.
It came in handy today. Right as Leanne started, her string broke. And she instinctively turned over and she said, Tommy. And Tommy grabbed this and pulled her from inside. Thank you, thank you. It's one of Josh's songs. All along the golden coast, ships they come to sail. With no place calls the wandering coast. time we all must part. This is weird. This is a song in which I do not play the guitar anymore. It was hard for me to lift these wings, though I had much more to give. I was aching for some living thing to hold against my chest. I was crouching low till my movements slow, though the dream had settled long ago. I had meted out my share of pain, wasn't walking down that road again. Wasn't working like a game. No, I argued as you kept listening. And you said, baby, can I hold you for a little while? And I won't hold it against you. Be sincere in every smile, 'cause I am fatalistically optimistic about this thing called love. Let's see if something grows. Nothing lost, nothing owed. Now I wear your sweaters and I know your smiles, and we letting out some early miles. I can make you tea and I've learned to see if you caught it between the bark and the tree. And the loves we had, something remains when you break right open, something stays. I don't know if this is right or wrong. There's a world out there all scarred and torn, people broken, people worn, while I rest in the hollow of your arms. You said, baby, can I hold you for a little while? And I won't hold it against you. You sincere in every smile, 'cause I am fatalistically optimistic about this thing called love. Let's see if something grows. Nothing lost, nothing owed. And I'm watching while you are working there. You let me be, you let me stare. I count the places, what I show. There's people changing, you never know. But there's something good here at the core. When I've had my fill, I still want more. I don't know what we have left in store, but it's something good, I'm becoming sure. You said, baby, can I hold you for a little while? And I won't hold it against you. Be sincere in every smile, 'cause I am fatalistically optimistic about this thing called love. Let's see if something grows. Nothing lost, nothing owed. I'm gonna try this song. I did it at open mic not long ago, which is the practice once a week. One song. But E.G. had his first song on not wanting to go to the party. And I just have to remember how this starts and it'll all come back. But this one is called Alone, the Jealous Muse. I don't know why I said this was E.G. I don't think it. I might not be able to do it because I can't find it right now. I'm gonna do this one instead. It's called Scattered. And it sort of came into focus. I wrote it many years ago, after moving to the US. And there was always this little thing of, it's a very, it's a thing we do, moving to places when we know that we have all the conveniences of modern travel available. And I would always joke and say, well, my family are in South Africa, but I see them about as often as the average American sees their family when they move out of state. They only see them once or twice a year anyway. At best, sometimes it's every 2 years, and that's what I was managing with my family in South Africa. And then, of course, the pandemic hit. And even right now, we can't visit even if we want to. There's just too many. There are all these weird things we've been working out, like they can go to Mauritius and they can apply for a tourist visa to the US from there, but then they have to go somewhere else to quarantine for 2 weeks before they can come into the country. And at the end of all those logistics, like who has a month just to be able to get to visit, and then you start, you still have to go back and Egypt, all of that. So anyway, this was written very shortly after I got to the US. It's called Scattered. We are scattered across these oceans. We are scattered across the sea. And we miss the spaces when we feel the warmth, and miss the warmth when the sky breaks open the world's a noise that cannot fill. Rocking gently with the tide until we land on right continents. Few new doves beneath our feet. We know the fear, we know the truth. Open longing, it's a small dark space of choice and chance and grace. Cling to strangeness, feel the danger of finding life anew. And I don't pray every day, and hear all when I say, oh Lord, I hope you blow us so home one day. And I don't pray every day, and hear all when I say, oh Lord, I hope you blow us so home one day. And it all feels so old now. One mile blue sky, one daytime of my own. Ears to hear it, hearts to know it. One piece of no decision, one true home. And I don't pray every day, but hear Lord when I say, oh Lord, I hope you blow us all home one day. And I don't pray every day, but hear Lord when I say, oh Lord, I hope you blow us all home one day. And the wind blew us east, and the wind blew us west. Nobody's home till the heart is at rest.
According to our schedule, we have one more.
and we just, if you know it and you feel comfortable, then come along, sing along, do a thing. If you know it well, come up here.
These chairs are not in it.
Tommy on piano.
We should move.
So I like to write relatable songs that everyone has experienced universally. So this goes out to all of the people who were teenage girls circa 1940, London. Yeah, all of us, right?
Ça me change.
Iron birds fly out the sun. Come on, girls, it's time we run. Lock the door for what it's worth. And we'll find shelter beneath the earth. I don't fear the grave, I'm already in the ground. Just the rumble of that kettle drum before the walls come tumbling down. Baby sax and the piccolo, load of it was down below. Lord above may save the queen, but it's from the washing and the steam. I don't fear the grave, I'm already in the ground. Just the rumble of that kettle drum before the walls come tumbling down. If perchance my soul should fly, won't you tell my lover where I lie? We emerge to find him gone. We'll keep going, carry on. I don't fear the grave, I'm already in the ground. Just the rumble of that kettle drum. All the walls come tumbling down. I don't fear the grave, I'm already in the ground. Just the rumble of that kettle drum. All the walls come tumbling down.
Make minor shifts.
Up next will be Harlow's Monkeys.
Yes. I did one of these virtual things last night at home at 11 o'clock, and I was sweating bullets. It was so scary. I have such a hard time doing streams, and I don't know why. So it's very nice to be in person, also streaming, but I can ignore that aspect and just focus on the people who are here, which is cool. And if you are here, it's cool because there are things that you miss virtually. Like in the window back there, I don't know if it's still there. Someone just has balloons for their 32nd birthday. And that's very cool. And it's a real cool age that I look forward to reaching one day. I think that's it. So this is the man. My name's Tommy for being in there. We're well acquainted with everybody else here. I'm going to keep the sing-along train going, kind of. Liven it up a little bit. Forgetting? I'm going to do some help forgetting. And what instrument is this? Why is this?
Yeah, what is this?
It's a moon lute.
Somebody left a few instruments in the cafe alone at night. We woke up and hence there was another one. Someone left a moon.
So it's like a Chinese banjo bass?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's what I thought. And Iwami was like, no, it's not. Yeah.
So you're just saying something there.
Huh?
You're just establishing something.
Well, I wish I prepared to play that. That's okay.
But you play a bass, right? So isn't there some overlap?
It's not gonna be the same.
I don't think it's gonna be the same, and I think that's okay. I think that's okay.
Alright.
Should we teach them to sing along, or should we just start it, they will learn?
You guys, most of you guys, if not, you will learn it. It's very simple. You don't have to be so strong. You are not the only one carrying on. Share the load, take it slow. I know the weight of every day. I know the way that love decays. It's okay, there's no shame. There's no place. Everybody now. You are forgiven. You are loved.
that way I return to you. He'll be home, he'll be home, he'll be home.
What is this? That's a chanter. Is it a flute?
No. It's for practicing bagpipes.
Oh.
Is another instrument that mysteriously got left here?
Bazaar doesn't know about that one yet.
Maybe we should start storing instruments.
Good idea.
We are storing instruments here.
What are you talking about? This is the house guitar.
Yeah.
This is the house guitar. What can we say about this song?
It's a song that you wrote called Bastard Song.
Because we're gonna come with a better title. God, I'm really bad at naming songs. So that's just what it is now on the internet, on the record. It's really silly. I got better about that. Very professional.
Historians are going back and saying,
Tired as the fool who runs forever. Tired as the boy who forgot his name. Weary are the many who live with all their money. They spend their hours trying to maintain. It's a shame she'll never really know how much you loved her in that Arizona cold. You're a bastard when you left her, be more heartless if you kept her, just knowing that your love will never grow. So come and talk it out, calm your conscience down, try and see the possibility. Child, you don't have to be alone. And all the sad songs you sing for the moonlight, or for a room full of people who stare. And if there's no destiny, no faith or love left in me, why do I keep playing with the band? Cause all I do is tap my feet so quietly while the world goes on outside. I keep the groove, hold the roots in a bar, empty room. I come home feeling like a husk. So come and talk it out, calm your conscience down, try and see the possibility. Child, you don't have to be alone. Why do I feel like I'm the only one when I know for a fact that I am not? I am never fully alone in my love or in my songs. It's just a matter of opening that door.
She's calling the shots here. I'm just a pretty face. She's the real. Oh, she's the ratatouille. Okay, this is a song called Fashion Comes and Goes, as it does. If you haven't noticed that by now, you're a fool. What's coming back? High-waisted jeans?
Low-rise jeans.
I know nothing about.
And it's a tragedy.
Is that coming back though? You guys are fashionable people, so there's all very
Can we
fashionable.
all collectively decide as a group that we're not gonna do that?
But some of them went on the runway this year. I'm really upset about it.
I know, but let's all collectively decide that we are not participating.
Okay, for men, they never successfully made the high-waisted.
That's true.
Okay, so
That'll
it's
be
been
the
low
worst.
rise the whole time.
That's true.
Yeah, so I don't know what high-waisted pants are.
Exactly.
So anyways, fashion does come and go. It's a song about being an introvert and not being able to handle being at clubs. Because it's overwhelming and scary. And that's why you guys are all here, because you probably can't handle being in a club either. You're married probably hang out.
What?
Because you're an extrovert. Fashion comes and goes. My love isn't fashionable. It's kind of embarrassing. I'll do anything for her. I'll just fall apart. Become driftwood beneath the stars. Lovers come and go. Some through my doorway, some through my windows. I'll do anything to just fall in love, to be anyone else tonight. I don't need any trouble when I come around, when I kiss you and I leave your town. I'm just looking for shelter as I drift beneath the stars. Don't know if I can make up my mind. I can't find enough time. I get lost in the subways. I get lost in the streets. I don't know if I love you or your exact shade of blue. But you drive me mad when you don't call me back. When you stole my cat and you broke my heart. I'm just looking for shelter as I drift beneath the stars. I dreamt I was no one, nameless and naked. I dreamt I was a fraud, simple and dumb. Didn't have to worry about making her come. There are people in the clubs, but people want people together and starving for people's attention. People know what it's like to be completely alone. Fashion comes and goes. My love isn't fashionable. It's kind of embarrassing. So I killed that kid. And I left him dead. I left him buried in my yard. So he's a ghost in the echoes of the way that I talk.
Yeah.
I'll do one more. Okay. Okay. Thanks everybody who's here physically and virtually. Not sure who knows. And happy 32nd birthday to the person across the street.
They've been celebrating a while.
Well, yeah, it's a it's a birthday worth celebrating, Josh. Your 32nd birthday should be special. I can't wait to reach it. Yes. Okay, let's do it. Let's give these people streaming on the far west something right home now. It's about friendship and how it's important. Cheers. It's about letting your friends know that you care about them, that they're important to you. Otherwise, they might move off to New York or
As they're
Chicago.
constantly doing.
Yeah, wherever.
Constantly.
And we're just shackled to our apartment because we're the cat and the dog cheap rent. Anyways, it's called the Burrito Song, and you guys should sing along with it because it makes me feel good. So when you guys do that, so the melody goes. Right, that's the melody, and the vowel sound. Ba. Yeah, got it. 1, 2, 3.
They'll catch on, okay.
1, 2, you know what to do. It was over burritos somewhere downtown when he asked me where I came from. What does that say now about a man? All his habits and manners are just regionally planned. You see, in this city, everyone's from somewhere, from a Texas coastline to the shores of Japan. And I fell in love with a girl from Oklahoma. I just didn't know it then. It was over burritos somewhere downtown. Yeah, I'm just like you, man. I'm from a small town where the people are happy. All the lovers stay lovers for a whole lot longer, 'cause there are no others. And there's a Walmart, and there's a Macy's, and if you're lucky, you'll make a baby. And if you're lucky, it'd be all you need. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Burritos. But as for me, I guess I got itchy feet. I left my girl, I left my family for some strange dreams I had occasionally, for a feeling for the horizon. And it took me leaving to see what's missing, and all the people I love here, all the people I love there. And in that moment, upon reflection, I'm no longer a stranger in a strange land. But no matter where I go, I know I will always have a home. I am lucky. I'm lucky, I know. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Burritos. And so I'm writing you these letters. Nights I'm feeling so sentimental. You know those evenings when you start drinking and you start missing all your old friends. And it's not anything too particular. But if I go, I do worry that they won't know how much I love them in my silence, in my silence. But no matter where I go, I know I will always have a home. I am lucky, really lucky, really fucking lucky. I'm lucky, I know. Thank you very much. Rock on, you crazy diamonds. I think John Hollywood's up next, right? Yeah, Mr. John Hollywood.
One more time for Harlow's Monkeys. Now we're going to welcome to the stage John Hollywood.
Thanks so much, Bazaar Cafe, for this on. It's really an honor to play here. So thanks for having me and for this live streaming thing. Thanks everybody on Far West for being here. Anyway, this first song is called The Jar. It's 8 a.m. Clouds are up. The trees are stuck in the dirt. And the weeds are weeding. And the weeds are leaving. And the birds are birding for worms. Amelia's cooking up mud pies. Charlotte's tearing them apart. I'm scraping, I'm scraping, I'm scraping the bottom of the jar. There's groceries to get, and money to earn, everything else to want. The madman's back on the TV, so I put Don't Movie on. Amelia's rooting Aladdin. Charlotte's rooting Jafar. I'm scraping, I'm scraping, I'm scraping the bottom of the jar. Thanks for giving a call back. I missed it terribly. My face is still all squished up from the last time you walked over me. Amelia said she misses you. Charlotte don't know who you are. I'm scraping, scraping, Some lives run without hiccups, and others get stuck in a rut. They say it's hard work, but it seems clear to me that it's almost entirely luck. Amelia's sorting her diamonds. Charlotte's drawing a card. And I'm scraping, I'm scraping, I'm scraping the bottom of the jar. Thanks, everybody. I'm gonna do a song because I'm kind of nervous. I'm gonna do a song called "Nervous Little Lizard." I wrote it by myself, but it was also about nervous little lizard, always hiding under a rock. Are you worried eagle might snatch your tail off? Come out into the sun, little lizard. You can grow another tail. It must make you nervous to hear those airplanes up in the sky. Just remember, the eagle that gets you won't make a sound. You got nothing to fear, little lizard, from those airplanes up in the sky. Most days I sit inside and just watch the news. Some days I take a walk, but I got nowhere to go. If I was a little lizard, I'd lay out in the sun. Yeah, if I was a little lizard, I'd just lay out in the sun. Thanks, everybody. So is the 30-minute slot, is that about what it is? Or, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do a really sad one next. Yeah, this song's about Roger Allen, who was shot and killed in Davis City this year. Just another person shot by police, and it wasn't really in the news for some reason. Wasn't covered at all. And the exact circumstances of the shooting are still a little bit unclear because there were no cameras. But this song, I wrote the song from my point of view, which is a point of view of privilege. And it's sort of just about how we're all connected. What'd you say? Where's the button?
Josh, wanna help out with the
This is pretty entertaining.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying this live stream. Okay, there we go. Let's do something. Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So anyway, sorry. Back to the Roger Allen song.
Let's think back to what we were doing at the moment Roger Allen was shot. I was opening the fridge. You were on Zoom with your boss. Roger Allen was screaming, "Get your hands off me. I haven't done anything wrong." And the three cops were shouting just to tune him out. At the moment Roger Allen was shot. Let's think back to what we were thinking at the second Roger Allen fell down. I was picturing the takeout I'd order that night. You were studying your boss's background. Roger Allen was thinking, "I'm sorry, my son, to grow up with no daddy around." And the three cops were thinking, "What a job well done," when they shot Roger Allen down. Let's think back to what we were saying at the moment Roger Allen died. I was saying, just leave it at the door. You were saying, your background's not right. Roger Allen didn't say nothing. If he had, they said that he lied. 'Cause the cops told a different story at the hospital. the only thing that matters in this world. Brotherly love, don't put food on your table. Honesty, don't pay your rent. Kindness, don't fetch the doctor. Money does. Money does. How can parakeets live without money? How can they shriek with joy? How can they have friends? Goodwill don't make you shriek with joy. And honesty don't win you friends. High hopes don't give you wings to fly. Money does. Money does. Down in the park today, they're clearing the tents away. But I can't afford to care. Brotherly love, don't put food on your table. Empathy, don't pay your rent. Kindness, don't fetch the doctor. Money does. Money does. Money does.
Thanks, everybody. Wait, one more, is that? Okay.
Sounds good.
Great, all right. All right, I'll do one more song, and thanks everybody for sticking around. And, yeah, getting through these kind of pretty sad songs. This one is, yeah, I wrote it. I think I said this a few months ago when I played it, but it just seems like the world's just falling apart, and everybody's doing the same things, you know. And so that's sort of what inspired this one. It's called "What Are We Doing It For?"
Red leaf flapping in the wind all night. What are we doing it for? She's holding on with all her might. What are we doing it for? I'm not complaining, I'm just asking. What are we doing it for? right here on my floor. What are we doing it for? I'm not complaining, I'm just asking. What are we doing it for? No, I'm not complaining, I'm just asking. What are we doing it for?
What's your name up there?
My name, John. My name's John. This is what I'm doing it for. Probably not a good spot.
That's great. And thus concludes our live stream for Far West and the Guerilla Showcase. One more time for John Hollywood. Carlos Monkeys. All of our streamers. And yeah, we'll stream again soon, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.